Hey guys, Moshe here with the Human Collective, and welcome back. This is the vice presidential debate follow-up. I'm not going to say who I thought won until the end of this video, so let's just get right into it. Before we do, the moderator. Now, I don't know exactly how to say this. Maybe next time, get a moderator that isn't 75% turtle. That woman is not attractive. I think the fly that landed on Pence's head,
have you ever heard of insect politics?
Is more attractive than that woman. Just saying.
The vice president said, when asked, well, why didn't y'all tell anybody?
She had to make sure to use y'all because she's real country. Or maybe that's her way of appealing to a certain demographic.
He said, because the president wanted people to remain calm.
Well, let's get
but Susan, this is important. I want to add, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
This is clearly a tactic to riff off of the first debate. Trump spoke over Joe Biden quite a bit, so Kamala Harris is playing off of that. It's already ingrained in your psyche, and you're expecting maybe Pence to do the same thing in this debate. Pence is way more monotone. I don't know, something about him just strikes me as like a Dexter type. Like he's the kind of guy that would cut you up in little pieces and mail body parts of different family members. But before he does, he would duct tape you to a chair in your basement and then monologue over exactly what he's planning on doing. He's a Hannibal Lecter.
If the Trump administration approves a vaccine before or after the election, should Americans take it, and would you take it?
This is directly from the president outside of the White House.
I just want to say we have Regeneron, we have a very similar drug from Eli Lilly, and they're coming out and we're trying to get them on an emergency basis.
Remember that name, Eli Lilly. Moving on.
If Dr. Fauci, if the doctors tell us that we should take it, I'll be the first in line to take it. Absolutely. But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
Shit, I ain't down with Trump like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Dr. Fauci, that's my little homie over there, little 4-foot Italian man. If that little motherfucker say, take the vaccine, I'm gonna take it. But if motherfucking Trump say to take it, I ain't touching it. Fuck Trump.
The fact that you continue to undermine public confidence in a vaccine, if the vaccine emerges during the Trump administration, I think is unconscionable. And Senator, I just ask you, stop playing politics with people's lives.
I'm not saying Trump is a genius, but one thing Trump is good at is hiring really smart people to make him look really good. So the doctors and the companies that have been working overtime and diligently and just really putting all their efforts into creating this vaccine have done a phenomenal job with this fast tracking thing. So to almost excuse that, to me, is unconscionable.
On the issue of the economy, I think there couldn't be a more fundamental difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Joe Biden believes you measure the health and the strength of America's economy based on the health and the strength of the American worker and the American family. On the other hand, you have Donald Trump, who measures the strength of the economy based on how rich people are doing.
I think Kamala hit a really good point there. I think Trump does gauge the economy on how well the 1% is doing. Now, obviously, the wealth of the 1% will trickle down to the average worker because they work for those guys. Or girls, not being sexist.
Which is why he passed a tax bill benefiting the top 1% and the biggest corporations of America, leading to a $2 trillion deficit that the American people are going to have to pay for. On day one, Joe Biden will repeal that tax bill. He'll get rid of it.
So one point there is when Biden was in office with Barack Obama, they also passed a tax bill, the Obama tax cuts. So in the last debate, if you remember, here's a clip.
He says he's smart because he can take advantage of the tax code. And he does take advantage of the tax code. That's why I'm going to eliminate the Trump tax cuts.
There's always going to be tax codes and tax cuts for the wealthy. We live in a capitalist system. Anyone can become a millionaire. Take, for example, someone like Jay-Z. He could go from dealing crack to dealing bars to now dealing million-dollar art pieces or whatever he wants. He's a billionaire. Another prime example, Kanye West, billionaire. They both got that way through capitalism. Then you have me, still broke, but I'm working on it.
On day one, Joe Biden will repeal that tax bill. He'll get rid of it.
But America, you just heard Senator Harris tell you, on day one, Joe Biden's going to raise your taxes.
In order for the Democrats to make all these programs work, the social health care, the free college tuition, someone's got to pay for that. The American people pay for that. When we pay taxes, it's simply paid into a system that is then distributed by the government. That's how it works. So in order to get all of those free things, we have to pay for it. Biden gets elected, taxes go up.
And the truth and the fact is, Joe Biden has been very clear. He will not raise taxes on anybody who makes less than $400,000
He said
a
he's
year.
going to repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well, wait.
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth. Joe Biden said twice in the debate last week that he's going to repeal the Trump tax cuts. That was tax cuts that gave the average working family $2,000 in a tax break every single year. Senator,
that is
that's the math.
absolutely not true. That
Is he
tax
only
bill-
cutting? Is he only going to repeal part of the Trump tax cuts?
That is a phenomenal question because there's two sides to that coin. Side A, Trump cut taxes heavy for the rich, but he also did provide some tax cuts to the average Joe.
We now know, because of great investigative journalism, that Donald Trump paid $750 in taxes.
Totally fake news. No, actually, I paid tax, and you'll see that as soon as my tax returns are. It's under audit. They've been under audit for a long time. The IRS does not treat me well. They treat me like the Tea Party, like they treated the Tea Party. They don't treat me well. They treat me very badly.
And the president said those public reports are not accurate. And the president's also released literally stacks of financial disclosures the American people can review just as the law allows.
I spoke about this in the last video from the first debate. If you want to check that out, you can hear my opinion there.
If you have a pre-existing condition, heart disease, diabetes, breast cancer, they're coming for you. If you love someone who has a pre-existing condition,
Thank you,
they're
Senator
coming
Harris.
for you. If you are under the age of 26 on your parents' coverage, they're coming for you.
Why? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Don't come for me. Nobody's coming for you. Grow up. If you're under 26, under your parents' coverage, get out of the basement, get a fucking job, and get your own insurance. You need to grow up. This is America, land of opportunity. And when I say opportunity, I'm not talking about a free download for the new fucking Fortnite map. Get out the basement.
So first of all, I will repeat, and the American people know, that Joe Biden will not ban fracking. That is a fact.
I'm not even gonna respond to this. I'm just gonna play this clip. Check it out.
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated and no more subsidies for either one of those, any fossil fuel.
Do you know this administration took the word science off the website and then took the phrase climate change off the website? We have seen a pattern with this administration, which is they don't believe in science.
Whether you believe in climate change or not, the planet is warming up. The question is it because of human intervention that it's warming up?
It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
Well, I don't think science knows, actually. Tom?
Trump doesn't think so.
Science doesn't know.
Not saying I agree, but if you want to bash me, leave a comment below.
China is to blame for the coronavirus, and President Trump is not happy about it. He's made that very clear, made it clear again today. China and the World Health Organization did not play straight with the American people.
There it is, right there, in a nutshell. Why isn't the media, all media outlets, attacking China?
Thank you, Vice President Pence.
the American people deserve, Susan, the American people deserve to know.
Vice President Pence, I did not, excuse me,
Susan, the
I did
American
not
people
create
deserve
the
to know.
rules for tonight.
Are we about to have a repeat from 2 weeks ago? No.
Your campaigns agreed to the rules for tonight's debate with the Commission on Presidential Debates. I'm here to enforce them.
The enforcer with the turtleneck.
Which involves moving from one topic to another, giving roughly equal time to both of you.
She ugly. I'm giving this round to Mike Pence, and I gave the last debate to Biden, so that's 1-1. This is going to come down to a tiebreaker. That's it for this episode of The Human Collective. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, and hit the bell.
I got you.